Joining us now from the airport on the way to Eugene for Nationals and the NCAA Championships is the head golf coach of the WCC champion BYU Cougars, Carrie Roberts. Carrie, welcome back to BYU Sports Nation.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Now, I understand you demanded to make a return to the show. What is this all about?
Demanded. Hey, we need some of that karma, right?
Are you a firm believer? I mean, think about the last week.
I'm a firm believer. Think about who's been on. It's been incredible.
Absolutely. Between Gordy Bravo and her conference-clinching RBI in 12 innings, and then women's golf, of course, with that dramatic finish on the 18th and the regionals, as well as Ashley Thompson of softball, who was the WCC Player of the Year yesterday. So there you go.
There you go.
Well, we even had Mike Littlewood.
Yeah, amp it up for us.
That's right. We even had Mike Littlewood in studio, and he was like, I want some of that Carrie Roberts karma. He's hoping he can get some of that for the baseball team.
Yeah, we're happy to share. We'll take it.
Okay, as the West Coast Conference champions for the first time in a regional qualifier, what are your expectations for your team as you head to the NCAA championships?
I want to compete. I expect us to compete. We feel we can get into that 8, get us into match play, and then everything's level after that. Match play is so tricky, and so it levels the field. So we're excited. We expect to compete, get into that. First, we got to get into the 15, and then it cuts it to 8. So there's a couple cuts going on. But we expect to get into 8 and be able to compete at match play.
So just to recap on what you want to do, it's about making the group of 15 first, and then from 15 to 8 to extend your chances, correct?
That's right. They cut it after 3 rounds. They cut it to 15, and then they play one more round, cut it to 8, and then those 8 duke it out for match play.
How surprised are you about the attention that the No Sunday Play story has received?
To be honest, I'm really surprised that it's received this much attention. We're doing a ton of interviews, and really I think it's just the unknown. It's never happened before, and it's just such a unique situation that we've received a lot of attention. And I think it's actually a really cool thing that you think about it. Who's everybody talking about? BYU women's golf. So it is surprising, but it's awesome too at the same time.
Follow her on Twitter at Carrie M. Roberts. Carrie Roberts, the golf coach of the West Coast Conference champions, is with us on BYU Sports Nation. They are headed to the NCAA championships in Eugene. Have you exceeded expectations by winning the West Coast Conference and getting to the final round of competition in the championships?
I don't think we've exceeded expectations. That's what we expected. We knew we'd be good. We wanted to win conference. We knew we could. And it was a goal from the get-go to get to national. So I don't think we've exceeded expectations. We've reached our expectations. And, we just got to keep playing well and see what else we can do.
Fully realizing that there's still a lot of work to do this year, what kind of team will you be bringing back next season?
Well, we just had a couple recruits take state, so that's kind of exciting, right?
Yes.
So not to mention names. I don't know if I can't mention names or anything. But we returned 4 of our 5 starters. So, we're going to be solid. And then we've got people in reserves that are ready to go that I think could make us even better than we were this year. It's really exciting to see what we've got coming.
What do you attribute to the kind of, I don't know, for lack of a better term, meteoric rise of this program? It's happened, it seems like, really fast. So what do you attribute that to?
Yeah, I think it's happened fast to everybody else, but we've seen us grow. We've seen us grow every year. We've seen us get better every year. But it's just an increase of talent, and really, we have the same girls that we've had for a while, except Rose. Rose is kind of our newcomer, and when you have a freshman average 72, it changes things. And but everybody else has to play well. Golf is the ultimate team sport. You got to count 4 scores, out of 5 girls for 3 days. So it's everybody's gotten better. Kendra's been here a long time. Brooke, Leah, Alex, they've all been here a long time. They've all gotten better. And then you add Rose to the equation, and boom, we're just a talented bunch.
You mentioned a moment ago that the No Sunday Play story, hey, people are at least talking about, BYU women's golf, and not just because of that story, but, because of what you guys have been able to do this year. When other teams, other coaches talk to you about your program, what do they say?
They just love it. They're just like, we're so impressed with your program. Like, congratulations, you guys are tough. We've impressed a lot of people, and it's really fun to hear. Everyone's rooting for us. It's exciting. and they're impressed with what we've got going on, and we're kind of, we're excited to show it on the big stage, exactly who we are. So it's exciting.
How do you stack up against the competition that you will see at the NCAA championships in terms of prestige and whatnot?
Just like with any national championship, it's tough, right? I mean, it's the best of the best, so we got to be our best. But that's what you want. You want to compete against the best, and you hope they play well and you play well, and kind of see where you stack up. So just like any national championship, it's going to be tough, and we're excited to see what we can do.
Carrie Roberts, BYU women's golf coach, WCC champions, joining us from the airport as her team gets ready for NCAA's the championships in Eugene. Which team, and this is our Twitter question today, and Mike Littlewood gave us a classic answer. We asked, which team do you love to hate as a BYU fan? He said, any team I'm playing against, I hate. Once we're done playing against them, I'm cool. So where do you stand on that topic?
Yeah, that's funny. I'd say anybody who's hosting. You want to beat the home team on their home course. Nothing's better than beating the home team on their home course. That just kind of rubs it in a little bit. To me, that's my favorite thing of all time.
Carrie, let's give you officially again some BYU Sports Nation karma for you and your team as you hit the NCAA championships. Great to talk to you. Have safe travels to and from, and we'll be watching close.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having us on, guys.